Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mark from Mark's Tech, and today I want to review this amazing Samsung monitor that I got. I got it originally for my PS4 Pro since it outputs 4K or upscale 4K, whatever. And I'm also using it as a secondary display from a MacBook Pro, so it works out beautifully. The only kind of downside for the price is that only one of the HDMI ports does 4K at 60 Hz. The other one does it 4K at 30 Hz. But the previous model to this, the only 4K at 60 Hz you can get is from the display port, which this actually does have. So you can have two 4K 60 Hz and one 4K 30 Hz. Now for the price right now on Amazon, this goes for a... Hey guys, so I forgot to mention something. Sorry for the bad quality. I'm using my front facing camera on my iPhone. It's horrible, I know. Trust me, I hate it. But as I am editing this video, I wanted to put up a link to the Amazon for you guys to maybe purchase this monitor, and the price went back up to $400. Yeah, so it's $400, guys. Ignore everything I say from now on with the price, because it's $400. Around $350. But if you sign up for Amazon's credit card, which takes like 2 minutes, they will give you a $50 gift card. So you're only spending 300 bucks, and it's not like you actually have to use the credit card. You can just keep it around, you know, for emergencies. But yeah, if you go on Samsung's website, the monitor is actually $400. So you're saving yourself $100 just by shopping on Amazon. Thanks, Amazon. God, stop texting me. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, this is a little setup here I got going on. I have my MacBook Pro hooked up to HDMI back there through a little dongle. Got my PS4 Pro hooked up to this. And I have my power going through this little dongle, which also has micro SD, standard SD, two HDMIs, two USBs, and one HDMI right there. So that is beautiful. It works out perfect. So I have this thing right here. Then I got this huge monitor right here. Now, you might be saying, whoa, for $350, that's a damn good deal. What's the downside? Well, glad you asked. The only real downside I noticed is it is a TN panel, so it's not an IPS panel. I can't really show you the difference here because this is literally the lowest brightness this thing can go, and it's still confusing the camera. This thing is super bright, so I can't really show you. But for example, an IPS display, you can look at it from all angles, and the colors do not, the colors don't go anywhere. They're just perfectly there. But here it goes a little purple on the sides. Do you see that? It just kind of looks weird from the sides. It loses color. So that's really the only difference, but who's literally going to be playing a game like that or watching TV like that? You're never. If you're sitting face forward or even to the side, you're not going to lose any color. Same thing with the MacBook. Now this thing is pretty damn good for games because on gaming mode it has 1 millisecond response time, G2G. So that's pretty damn good. Now the input lag, I have no idea what the input lag is because it doesn't say it. And my previous monitor also didn't say it. But I do notice a huge difference in the response time. For many of you who don't know, response time is the time it takes your console to send the signal to the monitor. So for example, if you're gaming and you move the thumbsticks to move your character around, that time that it takes a signal that you pressed move to actually move is the response time. The lower the obviously better, because you have an advantage over people who have a larger response time, so technically you will be a little quicker. Now, yeah, I get it. It doesn't really mean that big of a difference. Like, I would be more worried about actual latency in games than actual input lag, because latency is way more important than input lag. So people look at input lag a little too much. Yes, it's 1 millisecond. Yes, it's good, but I still care about latency a lot more. So how does this work with the PS4 Pro? Well, at first it actually didn't, okay? I got really scared. I had to Google how to turn everything on. To get this monitor working for the PS4 Pro, turn the PS4 Pro completely off. Press and hold the power button until you hear a second beep, go all the way down to HDCP, and put it on 1.4 only. Then it'll start working. I don't know why. Might have to call them up and ask. Anyway, there's a little joystick on the bottom, and that's how you're gonna get to all your controls and all that good stuff. So yeah, brightness, this is on, like I said, I don't know if I actually said it, but this is on 8 brightness, and this goes really, really, really bright, okay? I mean, it's literally as bright as the, it looks as bright as the MacBook, but it's actually not. It's 310 nits, so it's pretty much 310 candles in your face. But to change the source to the PS4, so I can show you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, turn it on, and boom, it works with the PS4 Pro. Now, this does not have HDR, okay? No HDR, but here's the weird thing, and I'm going to show you guys this, okay? Let me go ahead into my settings and go to the screen settings. Okay, this is very weird. This does not have HDR, but the HDR option is ticked. Usually, if the monitor does not have HDR, that right there would just be gray, like you could not click that. But I do, and I definitely notice a difference between this and this regarding color. Like I'm gonna try hopefully show you guys the difference. Okay, take a look at that blue, the blue background. Okay, ready? Let's see if you guys notice. See, it's not as blue. It's a little more washed out. But if I go back onto HDR mode and then click on it, see, it's more crisp. I don't get it. This does not have HDR, but that option is available. So now I can actually prove that to you guys. See, HDR on your TV not supported. Oh, if my camera actually decides to focus. Not supported, but it is 4K at 60 Hertz. That's good. So, do I recommend this monitor? Yes. I really do. I recommend this monitor by a big shot. I mean, it's a beautiful monitor. The only downside is that it's not that steady. You can actually, you know, the stand is not, the stand is metal. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's very high quality metal, but it's so big that it moves around easily. But you're not, that's only if you touch it. If you don't touch it, it's not gonna move. So gaming on it is beautiful. The response time is cool. 60 Hertz. I mean, it's perfect. It's a great 4K monitor for $300. I mean, Jesus Christ, a 28-inch for $300. I mean, that's perfect. I think that's cool. The only reason you should not get this is if you're you want to spend the extra $100, $200 to get the IPS panel. I totally get it. But if you're sitting in front of the display, you're not going to notice the difference, guys. So if you guys want to see more information about it, maybe something I missed out in the video, please click the link in the description. It'll take you to the Amazon link of this, and you guys can read about it a little more and see if you guys want it. This is a great panel. I have no issues with it. No backlight bleed, nothing. It's a great panel. Again, obviously no speakers. It's just a monitor. Good luck finding something like this that has speakers in it for $300. Maybe in the next 2 years. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's my new purchase. I love it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about this monitor or the PS4 Pro or the MacBook or whatever else that I mentioned in this video, let me know and I will get back to you within a few minutes, few hours, few days. Who knows? Have a good one.